Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I would like to say thanks to the Federation for giving me this opportunity to explain some within this 10-minute speech about the addiction in Tanzania. Most of my colleagues have introduced their countries here, and coming to East African, Tanzania, we are located in East Africa with our neighbors Uganda and our neighbors Kenya and Uganda. We don't have a map here to show, but we are believing that most of the audience know where Tanzania is. Because the presentation needs 10 minutes, we have highly concentrated on tobacco. And this was because tobacco is the most addiction problem found in Tanzania. For the introduction, I would like to introduce the audience that Tanzania has about 44 million people, the population size, and most of the statistics comes here will be based on that population size, even though it is believed that among the country with a high birth rate is our country, I mean Tanzania. Tobacco harms the health and the treasury and the spirit of Tanzania. Every year, more than 6,800 people dies because of tobacco use. And more than 50 children and more than 2.8 million adults continue to use tobacco every day in Tanzania. This makes the death rate to be increasing and make the necessity to have the control with the advocates of the tobacco control. Coming to the rate of the death, it is believed that based on the research made by Atlas, Tobacco Atlas, it is believed that 2.3 of men die because of tobacco use in Tanzania. This must be known that is a fewer number of people die because of tobacco use compared to the low-income countries in the world or in Africa. Also, 1.2% of the women are dying because of the use of tobacco in a yearly base. It is also a fewer number of people dying in Tanzania compared to the low-income countries in the East and the African in general. The industry for the tobacco, it is believed that a combined revenue of the 6 largest tobacco company in 2013 was USD 42 billion, which is 91% larger than the gross national income of Tanzania. The industry is powerful. Is a powerful force that does not fear the action of a nation state because their resources are often much larger. Adult smoking using tobacco daily, based on the research have been made in 2013, it shows that 19% of men are using tobacco in smoking. It is to be known that even though fewer men smoke on average in Tanzania than on average in low-income country, but still 2.68 of men smoke cigarettes each day, the sign of ongoing dire public health threat in Tanzania. 1.5 of female in the population of Tanzania are using smoke or tobacco in smoke this giving the number of 0.1995 of women are smoking cigarettes each day. This also is a threat to our country in terms of health affair. In terms of children in Tanzania, using tobacco daily, according to the research of 2013 made by Tobacco Atlas, 2.2 of boys, even though are fewer, but they are using the tobacco daily. 1.1 of the girls in population also are using tobacco in Tanzania. Coming to the smokeless user of tobacco, 2.3 of adults, even though fewer people, is a fewer people compared to the low-income countries, but Tanzania suffering from this. And as we have said that Tanzania is one among the country having the high birth rate. So it is, even though we are consuming less, but it is straight because our birth rate is high compared to most of the countries. Coming to the solution, actually there are some solution has been made by the government, such as increasing the tax to the tobacco products, and as well as making some policies, as I have removed some of the slides showing how tobacco policies is in Tanzania, that there are less smoke-free areas in Tanzania compared to other countries, but some policies have been made to make sure the problem is not going bad to affect the society in Tanzania. You can see some of the policies here: smoke-free healthcare facilities, smoke-free university, smoke-free government facilities, smoke-free indoor offices in Tanzania, and such policies have been made to make sure the tobacco is not affecting more and more in a country. Because Tanzania is, Tanzania is a Tanzania mainland and Tanzania island, I have taken case study of Tanzania, showing that it is not only tobacco problem that affect Tanzania, but still there are some such as drugs, and there are a number of rehabilitation centers in Tanzania that are serving the people who have been affected, and normally we are called sober houses, that the area we have been concentrating in Zanzibar. That's why we have decided to put case study. Zanzibar Island have an estimate of 3,200 people who inject drugs, according to IBBS 2012. Zanzibar is among the country with the highest rate of HIV transmission through drug injection. The prevalence of HIV among people who inject drugs is 11.3, and case attributable to drug induction, that is viral hepatitis C, account for 24.5% according to IBBSS 2012. It is estimated that 30,000 shillings is being used by a person who are using drugs daily. These guys are very smart to find money and make sure they consume on their drug issues, which is equivalent to about $13 daily. They are jobless, but they make sure they get money and they get use of drugs daily. Government spend a lot of money in operating drug-related crime cases in various courts in Zanzibar. Here, I think we can see one of the rehabilitation center called the Malaika Sober House, as we have said that normally we are using sober houses. And here we can see Hadija and Sandra at outside Malaika House, Sober House, one of the island 2 clinic for women, because there are clinic for women and there are clinic for the men. They had just finished the 12-step meeting, and the woman traded story while smoking cigarettes. So to them, smoking cigarettes is something that they say they have moved from a very bad condition, very poor situation of drug addiction, to the cigarette smoking. And in their rehabilitation center, there are programs that are, there are special programs they are being trained to live and to stop using, and they slowly to move from one stage to another stage. So from drugs to smoking is their step of development, and they share the story concerning their life, their past life, and the new life they are going on. I think my presentation is very short, more than 10 minutes, but this the reference you can get. Yeah, together we are stronger.